Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to talk through Modern Monopolies, What It Takes to Dominate the 21st Century Economy by Alex Moazed and Nicholas Johnson, published in 2016. Let's dive into the heart of the book, where we unravel the demise of Nokia and BlackBerry and explore the rise of platform businesses, such as Apple and Amazon, in today's economy. The author takes us on a journey through the downfall of Nokia in the mobile technology industry. The company's failure to adapt to the shift from hardware-centric to software-centric markets due to their outdated operating systems led to a significant decline. Nokia's attempt to transition to Windows Phone proved unsuccessful, ultimately leading the company to sell its devices and services division to Microsoft. This phenomenon was not limited to Nokia but was a larger trend affecting various industries. The book introduces the concept of platform businesses, using examples of successful platform companies like Apple, underscoring the importance of understanding and capitalizing on this shift in business models, as well as the potential opportunities and risks it presents. We witness the mismanagement and misunderstanding of the smartphone market that led to the downfall of BlackBerry. The company failed to recognize the importance of the operating system and third-party app developers, relying heavily on QWERTY keyboards and being reluctant to change its business model. In contrast, the iPhone and Android focused on software platforms, attracting developers and consumers. Despite efforts to catch up, such as the launch of the BlackBerry 10, the company ultimately couldn't regain its position. The reading captures how Steve Jobs had insightfully warned that RIM needed to transition into a software platform company, a challenge that the company ultimately couldn't surmount. The author emphasizes the shift from the 20th century dominance of linear businesses to the rise of platform business models. Unlike linear businesses, platforms do not own or control inventory. Instead, they create networks and communities that facilitate interactions and transactions. Notable platforms include eBay, Amazon, Apple, and various social media companies, with influence expanding beyond the US to prominent platform businesses in Asia like Alibaba and Tencent. As technology evolves, newer and better platforms will replace existing ones, continuing the trend of platform dominance in the business world. Let's delve into the differences between linear businesses and platform businesses, with the latter growing exponentially by adding potential relationships with all users. The author unfolds the evolution of open-source systems, from Linux to Git, with the creation of Git leading to the development of GitHub, a social networking and content platform for programmers. GitHub significantly reduces transaction costs for people collaborating on software projects, simplifies the management of software projects, and encourages innovation in complementary products or services. The focus then shifts to the Apple's iOS platform and GitHub, which have revolutionized the way developers create innovative apps. The author distinguishes between exchange platforms, such as Alibaba, optimizing direct exchanges, and maker platforms, like iOS, enabling content creation. It underscores the importance of core transaction, user behaviors, and functions of a platform, particularly the audience building, matchmaking, providing core tools and services, and setting rules and standards. Understanding a platform's type is crucial for its design and success, and the impact of different platform categories on design and delivery functions is explored as well. The reading introduces Kosa's theory of transaction costs in market activity, which made it inefficient for companies to operate within the market, influencing business strategy. It underscores the significant impact of technological progress on the economy and society and how computers and connected technology have transformed the way we produce, communicate, and create value. The author emphasizes the combination of big data analysis, ubiquitous connectivity, and sensors enabling businesses to make sense of large, complex data sets in real time, leading to the growth of centrally planned markets by platform businesses. This has challenged traditional economic theories and has showcased the power of decentralized networks and centralized organizations in understanding and reacting in real time to the decentralized economy. The author discusses how technology has enabled platform businesses to create large, centrally orchestrated markets, expanding old markets or creating entirely new ones, with Facebook's centralized social networks into one platform, connecting billions of people. It highlights the shift from linear businesses to platforms, driven by connected technology, with network effects making platforms more valuable and investors highly favoring them. It predicts that platforms will make up the majority of the top valuations in the S&P 500 within the next decade, turning the focus to platform businesses creating and growing new digital markets and making up 50% of the S&P 500's net income in the next 25 years. Let's move on to the case of Handy, a marketplace platform that achieved success by drawing a large number of recurring customers and independent professionals, contrasting this with its competitor, HomeJoy, which struggled with user retention and heavily subsidized user acquisition. The author outlines how platforms derive value through network effects and create significant profit margins as their networks expand, emphasizing the necessity for platforms to scale significantly to dominate an industry. He also highlights the competitive platform battles, the winner-take-all dynamic in platform capitalism, and the need for new business model design to adapt to platforms. The depiction of the modern monopolies, such as Amazon and Alibaba, showcases a fundamental alteration in industry dominance. Unlike historical monopolies such as Standard Oil, modern platform companies dominate not through the acquisition of physical assets, but by connecting users. Reputation scores, personalization, and data usage are essential to retaining users. The economic expansion and increased value through network effects distinguish platform monopolies from traditional monopolies, leading to the question of whether more competition is always beneficial. The book further explores Google's shifting dominance, the threat of new entrants in the mobile market, and the government's stance on dominant platforms. It dives into the concept of the core transaction for platforms, highlighting the four essential actions involved: create, connect, consume, and compensate. The disparity between the means of production for linear businesses and the means of connection for platforms is emphasized, with a focus on the role of users in creating value. The author also unveils the importance of non-monetary rewards in platforms for producers and the significance of the core transaction process in platform businesses. The impact of reviews, likes, sharing, and followers in compensating and maintaining transaction quality is underlined, along with the challenges and gradual expansion of transactions in platform businesses. The author examines the importance of simplicity in the initial stages of platform development, using Facebook as a prime example. In the early days, Facebook's simplicity set it apart from its competitors, which were burdened with overloaded features. This emphasis on simplicity allowed Facebook to gain traction and establish a strong foundation for growth. Moving on, the book emphasizes the critical role of networks and platforms in today's economy, focusing on the core transaction that underpins their success. It outlines four key functions essential for platform success: audience building, matchmaking, providing core tools and services, and creating rules and standards. These functions are illustrated through the experiences of companies like Uber, Airbnb, and PayPal, showcasing how they creatively and aggressively built their networks to drive growth and ultimately achieve success. For instance, audience building is highlighted as the first key function for platforms, with examples such as Uber's covert tactics to recruit drivers, Airbnb's unconventional approach to growth, and PayPal's use of a charity robot strategy on eBay. These examples underscore the importance of strategically building and nurturing user networks to drive the platform's growth and success. Effective matchmaking is identified as another crucial function, essential for connecting producers and consumers. The book highlights how platforms like Uber and Amazon utilize sophisticated algorithms to efficiently match drivers with passengers and users with related products, respectively. These examples demonstrate the intricate and innovative matchmaking strategies that are integral to a platform's success. Moreover, the book delves into the significance of providing core tools and services to support the platform's core transaction. Instacart, an on-demand grocery delivery platform, is cited as an example of a company that has achieved rapid success by focusing on perfecting its dedicated shopper mobile app to optimize the shopping process and providing efficient tools for both producers and consumers. Additionally, creating rules and standards to govern user communities on platforms is depicted as a critical function. Twitter's approach to managing its large user community, exemplified by the implementation of the 140-character tweet limit and guidelines for best tweeting practices, serves as an illustration of the essentiality of setting clear policies to motivate positive behaviors and ensure effective governance. The book further explores strategies for building and defending platform businesses, including the concept of the value ecosystem tool that helps identify competitors' weaknesses and supports differentiation strategies. It stresses the need for ongoing planning and adaptation as platform ecosystems constantly evolve, expanding from a simple core transaction to multiple secondary transactions to optimize growth and success. Local network effects, reverse network effects, and the misconceptions surrounding first-mover advantage are also dissected to provide a comprehensive understanding of network dynamics. The book challenges the traditional view of network effects being solely global and introduces the concept of local network effects, which emphasize the varying values of connections within a network based on proximity and frequency of interactions. Furthermore, the book debunks the myth of first-mover advantage in the context of network effects, emphasizing the significance of sustainable growth, user sequencing, and the quality of network users to foster network development. It introduces the network effects ladder, which outlines 5 steps: connection, communication, collaboration, curation, and community, to illustrate the progression of user involvement and ownership in a platform's community, with real-world examples from platforms like Uber and Spotify. In addition to understanding network dynamics, the book delves into the challenges and strategies for acquiring both producers and consumers to create liquidity on a platform, addressing barriers such as the cost of joining that may initially exceed the value users receive. Strategies for overcoming these hurdles, such as subsidizing participation through monetary and product incentives, are outlined, with practical examples from platforms like Uber and Instagram. Moreover, the book discusses the emergence of platform ecosystems and the shift towards platform-based businesses across various industries, exemplified by dominant platform ecosystems controlled by companies like Apple, Facebook, and Amazon, as well as in China by Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent. It underscores the competition between incompatible platform ecosystems and the networks they support, offering advice on spotting potential platform opportunities in industries such as healthcare, food delivery, fitness, and finance. The rise of platform ecosystems is further explored through the case of ClassPass, a platform connecting consumers to underutilized fitness classes, which demonstrates the potential of reducing transaction costs and tapping into underserved networks or fragmented sources of supply. The book also highlights the disruptive potential of Bitcoin and blockchain technology in the financial sector, emphasizing the regulatory risks and resistance faced by financial tech startups and the future of finance shaped by technological innovations and platforms. Furthermore, the book discusses the business strategies and legal challenges faced by emerging platform businesses, underlining the significance of navigating existing laws and regulations while capitalizing on platform opportunities. It sheds light on the legal and regulatory hurdles encountered by platform companies such as YouTube, Lending Club, Airbnb, and Uber, and the potential rise of platforms and super platforms similar to China's Tencent and WeChat. In conclusion, Modern Monopolies: What It Takes to Dominate the 21st Century Economy offers a comprehensive exploration of the strategies, dynamics, and challenges inherent in building and scaling successful platform businesses. It provides valuable insights and illustrative examples that serve as practical guidelines for both established companies seeking to adapt to the platform economy and aspiring entrepreneurs aiming to capitalize on platform opportunities across various industries. Thank you so much for watching this video. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We'll see you in the next video.